Hi everyone! A really lovely student of mine called Sarah has asked me to do a video on how to make a lemon drizzle cake. So I thought, why not? So I've set myself up here in the style of a TV chef. I've put all my ingredients into little bowls, got my best tablecloth out and my best mixer, and I'm going to take you through how to make a really easy lemon drizzle cake. So first of all, here is the recipe and the method. So as you can see, it's very straightforward. You only need a few different ingredients. So we're starting with 5 ounces of self-raising flour. I tend to use old-fashioned ounces, probably because I learned to bake using ounces and I'm just really that old. So 5 ounces of self-raising flour, 3.5 ounces of caster sugar, 4 ounces of butter or margarine. I tend to use baking margarine. I just use Sainsbury's own brand baking margarine, or you could use Stork or something similar. I find that using margarine rather than butter in the cake batter makes it lighter and I get a nicer rise on that. If I'm making butter icing though, I'd always use actual real butter because I really don't like the taste of margarine in an icing. But that's just my personal preference. 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of lemon curd, and I have zested the rind of 1 lemon there as well. So first thing to do is turn the oven on to 180 degrees or the equivalent of whatever type of oven you might have. Do that first because it means the oven can start getting up to temperature whilst you get on with making the cake. You will need a cake tin and you need to line it because you don't want the mixture to stick. I've got these loaf tin liners which I got from Sainsbury's, which are really handy for just popping into the tin like that, or you could just cut some baking paper to size to line the bottom of the tin. If you don't have either of those things, just grease the tin with some margarine and shake some flour to coat the edge, and hopefully that will help your cake not stick when you come to take it out of the tin. So what we need to do is we just literally pop all the ingredients into our bowl and mix it up. So I've got my 5 ounces of self-raising flour going in. And after that, we've got the 2.5 ounces of caster sugar. Whack in the 4 ounces of butter or margarine. Now I'm really don't like waste, so I really go all out to scrape everything with my spatula there. Then we've got our 2 eggs. Really not very good at cracking eggs. I'd love to be able to do that thing where the chefs do it one-handed and just pop them in, but I just know I would get shell absolutely everywhere. There we go, so in go our 2 eggs. And then finally our lovely lemony ingredients. We've got our 2 tablespoons of lemon curd. To be honest, I'm always a little bit over generous with the lemon curd, so if you end up putting in more than 2 tablespoons, it's really not the end of the world, it's just going to be extra lemony. And then in goes the lemon rind. And again, I'm getting all the possible bits of lemon rind left over there with my tiny spatula. I love this tiny spatula. Okay, right, then we just pop it in the mixer. If you don't have a mixer, you just need a wooden spoon and some elbow grease and just get mixing, but I do like my cake mixer. Okay, here we go. So the cake mixture has just finished mixing. I didn't want to film that because it was really noisy, but you can see it's just turned into lovely cake batter. What you don't want to do is have any lumps of butter in there really, but also you don't want to spend so long over mixing it because you do want your cake to be nice and light and for it to rise well. So there we go, all ready to put into our tin. So we grab our lined loaf tin and just pop the mixture into the tin. Try and get it so that it's evenly spaced out because you don't want a lopsided cake. Now I'm trying to do this really neatly and not get it everywhere. Whether I manage to do that is another matter. I'm not the tidiest or the neatest of bakers, My family will tell you that the kitchen looks like a hurricane has hit it after I've been baking, particularly on days when I'm making loads and loads of different things. So, and I've got my spatula here, getting out every single last bit of mixture that I can. I think Mary Berry would be proud of me for that. So I'm just scooching it to all the different sides there, just to make sure that it's even. Just using the knife there to see, I'm even scraping my spatula so none of this mixture goes to waste. If you're one of those people who likes to lick the bowl though, you might not be quite as detailed about this as I am, because you might want a little bit left to lick. Right, so I'm just smoothing this across so that it's nice and even, and then it's ready to go in the oven. So you need to bake it for about 40 minutes, and your oven's already up to temperature on 180 degrees. So bake it for about 40 minutes. You'll know it's baked if you stick a skewer in it and the skewer comes out clean. But I will bake mine now, and I will pause filming, and then once it's out the oven I will show you what that looks like. Okay, see you on the other side. Whilst the cake is baking, I'd love to say that I've tidied everything away, I've done the washing up, I've put it all away. In reality, I just pushed everything out of sight of the camera so that I could have a cup of tea and a biscuit. But what I thought I'd show you actually before the cake comes out of the oven is how to make the lemon drizzle, because it's really important that you get that on the cake as soon as it comes out the oven, whilst it's still piping hot, so that the drizzle can ooze into the cake and give it that lovely gorgeous moisture that we all love in a lemon drizzle cake, because the best part of a lemon drizzle cake is the drizzle. So what you'll need is you'll need to juice the lemon that you used for the main mixture. You can use the juice of the whole lemon if you want to, because that makes an awful lot of drizzle, or you can just do the juice of about half a lemon. I've juiced mine and put it into my teeny tiny Emma Bridgewater jug. This was a present from my gorgeous friend Sarah, and it's supposed to be a Christmas tree decoration, but it's never ended up on the Christmas tree because it's just so cute and tiny and useful in the kitchen. So I've got my juiced lemon in there, and I've got about 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar. If you're using the juice of half a lemon, then maybe about 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar should do the trick. And what you need to do is you just add the lemon juice to the granulated sugar, and you just mix it up until all that sugar is dissolved and you're left with that gorgeous, runny, liquidy lemon drizzle that you're going to put on the cake as it comes out of the oven. So 30 minutes later, our cake is baked. I popped my skewer in there just to check that it was cooked all the way through to the middle, and it's come out clean, so I know that it has cooked all the way through. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just stab the cake a few more times with the skewer, and that's just so that the lovely lemon oozy drizzle has got lots of places that it can find to rest as I put the drizzle over the top. Now it's important that you put the drizzle on pretty soon after it comes out of the oven, because as I said before, you want the drizzle to get into the cake and add that extra moisture. So I put my little lemon mixture into my lovely little jug, and I'm just drizzling it over the top of the cake now. Okay, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's going all over and it's going into all the little cracks that I've made in the cake. Just going to give it a bit of a stir as well so we can get some of that lovely sugary goodness on there as well. Slap it on, smear it on, use the knife or the back of a spoon to make sure you get it into all the nooks and crannies so that every part of the cake is covered with your gorgeous, gorgeous sugary drizzle. We want that nice kind of crunchy effect on the top, don't we? Yum, yum, yum. So I'm just absolutely covering the top, making sure every single little bit is covered with the drizzle, and then it's seeping down into the holes that I've poked into it. Yum, yum, yum. our lovely sugary drizzly topped cake. There we go, and we need to leave it to cool now, so I'm going to take it out of the lining and pop it onto my wire rack to cool. There we go. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long before we can slice it and have a bit. So here we have the lemon drizzle cake, all ready, sliced. It's still a little bit warm because there's nothing nicer than a warm slice of lemon drizzle cake. So as soon as I finish filming, I'm going to be stuffing my face with a lovely slice of lemon drizzle cake. I hope you've enjoyed watching the lemon drizzle cake tutorial. Sarah, have a go. Let me know how it goes. You could do the recipe in a double quantity, so you get 2 cakes, and then you could put one in the freezer, so you've got lemon drizzle cake whenever you want it. You don't have to use lemon curd either. You could use lime curd, or you could use orange curd instead, or maybe a blend of both, so you create your own citrus cake. If you have a go, let me know how it goes. I'd love to see your creations. Bye!